Hi again. So, video going to take a quick whistle-stop tour through decision support, and you can some availability tracking lists on my default dashboard. The way that we are presenting decision support information throughout the application now is through this decision support dashboard menu option on the left-hand side. You can see that in my test system here, I've got no decision support information at the moment. That's by design so that I can rate things as I want for testing rather than really reflecting what people think of the platforms. The platforms which are listed here, so we're browsing by platform. We can switch to package or title, but platform has been the most useful as we've been evaluating this, and I suspect that really people will only want to do things by platform. We can filter to specific platforms. This list has been accumulated as we have actually loaded data from live package sources out there on the internet, so the Wileys and those types of people, the Elsevier lists. So as we encounter a new platform, we add it here. So these aren't quite the pretty labels that you are used to, although what I might do very quickly, if I go over to search platforms here, you can go to the details, and if any of you feel particularly motivated to do this, you can just change the name of the platform here. So this is the display name. It doesn't do anything. The URL here, the primary URL, this is what's being used when we import packages from providers and suppliers. So it's important not to change that, otherwise things will get confused. But here, the name can be changed as you please. So you could just change that to Wiley if you wanted. Back to the decision support dashboard. So what I'm going to do is, from the dashboard, everything's hyperlinked. If I wanted to specify some decision support information about Wiley, as you can see, I'm logged in as a user called Ian Ibbo. So here's the Wiley platform page. Go to the decision support tab. We discussed a lot of this screen in previous meetings about being able to filter the lines here. All of the categories that we've come up with have been rolled up here, so you can see the license categories and the platform categories, and then the different device categories. So I'm just going to roll down the license terms and conditions authentication section here, and you can see nobody's voted in this application yet, so I'm just going to assume that everything is okay with the exception of username and password on this platform. So I'm going to say username and password isn't working okay for Wiley at the moment. Completely hypothetical. What I might choose to do is to put a comment in there saying not working 26th Sept 2016. Might just be helpful for anybody trying to understand when I made that rating. I could have a look at license details as well. So there we are. Sorry. So I'm just going to say these are all okay. And you can see that we've been through this, you all understand how this works. Because no one else has rated this, we get this no one else has rated yet. But if I were to log in as a different user and see this, then I would see the counts for all the people who have voted yes, no, or unknown for this particular row. So that's how that is. I go to Decision Support Dashboard now, and you can see that wherever I ticked the click, is that right? Clicked the tick, that's what I was trying to say, then I've got a 1, and if I ticked the X, I got a 1 with a red background there indicating that that's a no, or I've got an orange 1 here saying other formats, so that was an unknown. And if different users had voted differently, then you would see all 3 sets of voting here. So you would see, for example, 10 users said this is working, 1 user said it isn't, and 1 user said they weren't sure. And you can see how we build up a picture for all platforms with how people are reacting to the different questions that we're setting. So that's decision support, and I think this is just a recap of stuff we've already shown, really, and I think everybody seems pretty pleased with this as a way forward. So we have some bits of tidying up to do on the user interface. tasks outstanding. I think we decided we wanted to have a hover over these things so that you can see who voted which particular ways. And oh, sorry, something I missed. Users can delete their comments, so this is the red X here. If I want to get rid of the comment that I said it wasn't working on the 26th, if suddenly it was working, I could click the red X there to get rid of it. Or if I agree with a comment, I can click on the little thumbs up there, and that will register my +1 vote. Clicking on it again takes it down, so I can thumbs up if you like. And the idea of that is if somebody has some particularly insightful comment or says it's not working, then rather than having 101 comments saying me too, me too, me too, you can click on the thumb to say yes, me too. And that's a good way of sending information to the vendors to say, look guys, this really isn't working, or I'm really unhappy about this. Because then instead of them having to process 120 comments, they just see that 120 people have said yes, I agree, and that kind of reinforces the message perhaps. So that's decision support as it is at the moment, and hopefully when we go to the live system you'll see people start to rate things really, rather than the test data which we had in previously. We've cleared all that down now, so yeah, please start and rate things and feedback on the process. Any issues.